Good morning, good evening. In this episode, our focus is data analytics and certifications. In the first part of the episode, we will discuss about the top analytics certifications. And in the second part, we will learn more about fundamentals of descriptive analytics. This podcast is now available on multiple platforms. You can get the links in the description area. So, let's get started. Given the exponential data growth and the positive impact of data-driven decision-making, data analytics has now become a prerequisite for any successful business. And this, in turn, has led to a surging demand for skilled data analysts, business analysts, and data scientists. Certifications measure your knowledge and skills against industry-set benchmarks, thus widening your employability. It proves to employers that you have the right skill set. Let us look at some of the top data analytics certifications. Analyzing data with Microsoft Power BI is a certification that is provided by Microsoft. So, this exam is for anyone who wants to demonstrate their proficiency in using the Power BI solutions. Power BI is a visualization tool. So, the certification can help you advance your skills, demonstrate clear business impact, and get hired or promoted. This certification validates that you have subject matter expertise, helping businesses to maximize the value of their data assets using Power BI. It also shows that you have what it takes to design and build scalable data models, prepare, clean, and transform data, and enable advanced analytics capabilities that provide meaningful business value through, easy to understand data visualizations. As a candidate for this certification, you should have a fundamental understanding of data repositories and data processing in the cloud. In addition, you should have knowledge and experience with Power BI. So this certification costs $165. You have to answer 60 questions distributed according to different topics like prepare the data, model data, visualize data, analyze the data. And these questions have to be answered in 180 minutes. The question formats are multiple choice questions, drop-down list, true or false, and drag or drop questions, also known as block questions. So this was all about the certification provided by Microsoft, analyzing data with Microsoft Power BI. Moving on to the second certification, which is the Associate Certified Analytics Professional, which is provided by Informs, a neutral party. So this certification is vendor and software neutral. It is an entry-level certification for an analytics professional who is educated in the analytics process but may not have practical experience. This certification is based on the 7 areas of analytics process, namely business problem framing, analytics problem framing, data, methodology selection, model building, deployment, and lifecycle management. This certification must be converted to the Certified Analytics Professional, which is the next level of this associate certification, should be completed within 6 years. The base price for this certification is $300, but it is reduced to $200 for Informs members. You have to answer 100 multiple choice questions and the passing percentage is 70. Moving on to the advanced level of this certification, which is the Certified Analytics Professional, also provided by Informs, is designed for early to mid-career analytics professionals and is valid for 3 years, after which it must be renewed. So this certification certifies that a holder has an end-to-end understanding of the analytics process, right from framing business and analytic problems to data acquisition, methodology, model building, deployment, and model lifecycle management. Applicants need at least a bachelor's degree plus 5 years of professional analytics experience, or a master's degree with 3 years of experience to attempt this certification. The base price is $695 for this certification. It is $350 for Associate Certified Analytics Professionals and $495 for Informs members. In this certification, you have to answer 100 multiple choice questions in 180 minutes and the passing percentage is 70. And moving on to the last certification, which is the Cloudera Certified Associate Data Analyst, which is provided by Cloudera. So this certification is more for SQL developers. The certification demonstrates core analyst skills to load, transform, and model Hadoop data to define relationships and extract meaningful results from the raw output. So candidates for this certification can be SQL developers, data analysts, business intelligence specialists, developers, system architects, and database administrators. This certification tests your practical knowledge of using data definition language statements to create or alter structures in the metastore for use by Hive and Impala, prepare data for queries using the ETL processes, and using query language statements in Hive and Impala to analyze data on the cluster. So the prerequisites for this certification include basics of Linux command line and knowledge of SQL. The price of this certification is $295. It is a remote proctored exam with a set of 8 to 12 performance-based hands-on tasks on Cloudera Enterprise Cluster. So you have 120 minutes to implement a technical solution for each task. In this, you must analyze the problem and arrive at an optimal approach in the time allowed. And the passing percentage is 70. So I hope this brief talk gave you an introduction to different certifications available in data analytics, and it will help you to make a decision about it. Thank you. Our topic today is descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics, also known as exploratory analytics, is the most commonly used and most simplistic form of data analysis. An organization's analytics journey typically starts with descriptive analytics. It focuses on questions like what happened, or what actions are needed, or what is the problem. So naturally, it digs deep into raw historical data to present patterns, trends, and insights in simple to understand visuals or tables. How does descriptive analytics operate? So it basically uses simple math and descriptive statistical tools such as averages, percent changes, and so on. So meaningful but simple visuals like line graphs and bar charts, which are easily understood by a broad audience, are most commonly used. So basically, typically, data is first collected, organized, and aggregated into manageable data sets. These data sets are then mined to, uncover patterns and different trends. So descriptive analytics provides summarized data and also the ability to drill down for details. So for example, say total revenue generated by a bookstore is a summary statistic. But this can be drilled down to understand the revenue generated for different book categories. What are the advantages? So basically, descriptive analytics is frequently used in the day-to-day operations of an organization, as it gives a precise performance picture. It, basically lays the foundation for more advanced analytics like predictive and prescriptive analytics. For example, tracking revenue, profit and loss reports, or tracking KPIs or sending alerts helps businesses understand the present trend compared to the historical outputs. For example, let's say a particular month's revenue may look good compared with the last quarter, but a deeper historical analysis may highlight a decreasing trend of revenue. So descriptive analytics many times may highlight gaps in the business processes early on before they become problems. What are the shortcomings? So descriptive analytics touches only the surface of the data. Insights revealed are not used to make predictions. They are used to understand what has happened in the past. Some examples can be stated as say business consumption and spending patterns, identifying areas of opportunity, or say a better understanding of your customers by tracking their shopping history, and so much more. So I hope you enjoyed this introduction to descriptive analytics. Thanks for being part of this episode. See you in the next episode.